Hello my fellow investors, and welcome back to another stock market update for the week of December 18th, 2022, guys. The last 2 weeks, I guess you could say, for this year when it comes to stock market updates. This is insane. We are heading into 2023, and unfortunately, we are heading there with not too good of economic news, at least when it comes to the market. On the 5-day, guys, the market has tumbled around 0.5%, and you can see that massive just drop on the 21st of December. And this was due to mainly Fed worries once again because of the fact that they're going to continue to raise interest rates. The Fed just completely crushed the market's anticipation of the pivot. And on top of that, guys, Micron is also sliding, which caused a massive downturn in the semiconductor industry. In fact, ongoing concerns about interest rates and signs of weak demand from memory chip maker Micron Technology triggered a bout of Wall Street selling on Thursday. That is interesting because if you guys take a look at the semiconductors, they have just been crashing significantly, which might present itself as a pretty good opportunity to buy them. On top of that, guys, something else happened which is just insane, and I find it really disappointing that nobody's talking about this. I will make a video about this later this week, but definitely something to note, guys, is that the 2-year bond yield in the Japanese bond market, it has gone negative bond yields. That is unprecedented, and of all of the countries that have bonds, US, all of them, they're in the positive. UK, all of them are in the positive. Germany in the positive. Australia in the positive. Japan's the only one that has a negative 0.01% yield. I will be making videos exactly as to what this means in the next upcoming days, but this is very concerning to say the least. So with all of that said, now let's jump into the SP 500 heat map to see what was the biggest gainer, what was the biggest loser, and what do we think will happen in the next upcoming week before the year ends. So we are here at the S&P 500 heat map on the 1 week performance. You can see that it's very mixed. We have a lot of red, but also a lot of green, but the greens aren't that positive and the reds aren't that negative, right? Coming into now the technology sector, well, the worst performer here would actually have to be Nvidia, losing 8.24%. Remember when I said that the semiconductors have just been getting crushed? Yeah, there you go. All of them have been getting crushed. So might be a pretty good opportunity to buy them, guys. Not even gonna lie. I will make a video about one of these companies to make my final decision as to whether or not we should buy them. And the biggest gainer in this whole entire thing would actually have to be FISV, which gained almost 2%. Coming now into the communications services. Guys, take a look at this. This is actually crazy. Companies like Disney lost 2.3%. However, I believe that the biggest loser here would actually have to be Warner Bros. Discovery, losing 7.5%. And the biggest gainer, Charter Communications, gaining almost 10%, technically 9.5%, running it up to 10%. Coming now into the consumer cyclicals. Guys, the biggest loser, I think it definitely has to be Marriott, losing 3.39, or maybe is it Las Vegas Sands, losing 2.04? Oh wait, it is the darling Tesla, the one that will never fall down to the price tag that I said it will fall to, which, by the way, if you guys want to check out what that price tag is, make sure to check out my most recent Tesla video. Again, a lot of people don't understand that a company can fall, and the lowest point that it could fall to is 0. And take a look at this. Tesla just fell 18.03%, $123. Guys, earlier this week, I kid you not, earlier this week, this thing was like at 150. It's 123 right now. That's absolutely insane. The other car companies didn't fare too well either. However, guys, I mean, 18.03% on the 1 week. That's insane. And the biggest gainer would actually have to be Nike. They did have earnings this week, which they absolutely crushed it, and therefore they gained 9.72% for a price tag of $116.25. Coming now into the consumer defensives. Actually, a lot of green here, not a lot of red, but the biggest loser, from what I could see, would actually have to be Target, losing 2.25% to $143.15. And the biggest gainer would actually have to be Kroger, gaining a little bit more than 3.5% for a price of $45.89. Into the financials, a little bit mixed here and there, but the biggest loser would actually have to be FDS, losing 7.08%, and the biggest gainer from what it's looking like, guys, it seems that it is Zion Bank Corporation National Associations. I thought it was actually going to be Charles Schwab, but no, it was actually Zion, gained 5.17% for a price of $48.45. Into the healthcare sector, very mixed here. However, the biggest loser would actually have to be Vertex Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, losing almost 5%, and the biggest gainer, from what it's looking like, it is DGX, gaining 4.74%. Into the industrials, a lot of green here actually. I was not expecting this. The biggest loser would actually have to be LHX, losing 3.3%. And the biggest gainer, from what it's looking like, guys, it is definitely GE, General Electric, gaining 5.33%. Into the real estate sector, kind of mixed, but not too green and not too red. The biggest loser, from what I could see, it is HST, losing almost 4%, and the biggest gainer would be Realty Income, gaining 1.5%, unfortunately. Into the utilities, we got actually a lot of green and not a lot of red. The biggest loser would be ETR, losing 0.89% to a price tag of $113.43. And the biggest gainer is Dominion Energy, gaining 3.7% for a price tag of $60.79. Into the energy sector, the most meme-worthy of all the sectors was massively green. Only one company was in the red, and that was EQT Corporation, losing 2.77%, $36.21. And the biggest gainer would actually have to be Halliburton, gaining 9.04%, $39.09. Other ones that gained massively also was like SLB 7.31%, APA 7.9%, HES 6.52%. Guys, this was just a sea of green pretty much overall. And of course, ConocoPhillips gained 6.65%. And companies like Exxon and of course my biggest performer, CVX, gained 5.14%. All in all, guys, the meme is still going strong. And lastly, when it comes into the basic materials, the biggest loser, ALB, 6.55% down, price tag of almost $227, and the biggest gainer would be Newmont Corporation, gaining 3.71% for a price of $47.85. All in all, guys, when it comes to the SP 500, the entire market, you could see that we're kind of teeter-tottering between like going down, going up. And there's been a lot of news recently about a possible recession coming in 2023. Like, it'll really get really bad. And in my personal opinion, I just think that if it does get bad, I think that you guys should probably start preparing for the worst. I mean, I even made a video recently as to how to build wealth in 2023 if you guys would like to see it. And one of those steps that I mentioned there pretty much involves saving up money for about 3 to 6 months worth of expenses just in case something were to happen. It is better to be safe than to be sorry if things were to really hit the fan. Plus, if you do have the cash, if we do have a recession and things just continue to crash, well, that's going to give you the opportunity to buy major corporations like, for example, Microsoft and Apple at super cheap valuations. And then when the economy actually gets better, congratulations, your net worth will significantly go up by a massive amount. You might even become a millionaire. And that pretty much does it for this video, buddy. Like if you like, comment, subscribe. It really does help her with the algorithm on YouTube. You guys can follow me on my new tech sites. Link in the description below. So with that said, peace out. And I will see you all in the next stock market update video.